This is not a drill. This is not a movie. This is not satire, guys. No, this is Pakistan's top military officer threatening to destroy half of the world. And he's doing it so casually. He's talking so normal in his tuxedo. Yes, he has his tie and his tuxedo, having dinner with friends in the United States. And he's like, yeah, we're gonna take half of the world with us whenever we feel threatened. What? And it's becoming so normal, these guys, to threat to destroy the world. I mean, this is insane. What the heck is going on? I think this is a global story, and I'm gonna try to deliver to you, direct to you. I'm not gonna do any ranting, but if I need to criticize, I will. Because hey, Pakistan, hey, I'm not going with you. What are you saying? So here's the story. Pakistan's army chief has issued a nuclear threat against India. And it did it not from Islamabad, not from Lahore, not from Rawalpindi somewhere in Pakistan. No, it did it in Florida, Tampa, on United States soil. Yes, US soil. He did it from there. And why was he there? He was there for a private dinner. He was wearing a tuxedo. Yes, he was wearing a tuxedo. Smart guy. Go on, show us, Asimone, show us. Yeah. So, Field Marshal Asimone said, and I quote, "We are a nuclear nation. If we think we are going down, we will take half of the world down with us." I'm sorry, Pakistan, I'm not coming with you. No, you can go by yourself. But this is the problem. They are. He's not even joking. It's not like it's flipping some random country in Africa, let's say like Togo or something. It's like, yeah, we're gonna take half of the world with us. Nobody will take them serious because it's like, yeah, whatever guns you have, yeah, keep it. Nobody's going with you. But these guys really do have nuclear weapons, and they claim to have 80 something weapons, 82. But I don't believe it. I think they probably have hundreds. Nobody really tells the real number. Israel says he has 90, but I think they have thousands. You know? US says they have, hey, we only have a couple thousands. No, bro, I think you have like 20,000, bro. What are you saying? Nobody really tells the truth. And it's becoming so crazy that Pakistan, this is not the first time. So I want to start with facts here. So let's go through the story. Let me tell you the facts, and then if I need to criticize, I'll stop and criticize. So start with the facts. The event was hosted by Anand Hassad, Pakistan's honorary consul in Tampa. It was a black tie dinner. Asimone was a guest of honor, and he made several statements, and those statements have gone viral since then. He threatened India with nuclear retaliation, and he said Pakistan would destroy any future Indian dams on Indus River with 10 missiles using nuclear weapons. It's going to destroy it. Yeah? And he also claimed that India's suspension of Indus Water Treaty could starve 250 million Pakistanis. That's what he claims. And then there's the analogy. I think this one's, yeah, obviously everything was bad, but this one's even worse. You can just tell the mindset is dangerous. Munir compared India to a Mercedes and Pakistan to a dump truck full of gravels. And he said, if Mercedes crashed into the dump truck, both will be destroyed. Do you get that analogy? I mean, most people are like, it's just a joke. No, it's not a joke. Most people are like, this is diplomacy. No, it's not diplomacy. This is a tantrum, bro. This is a problem. This guy is basically saying, hey, we have nothing to lose. Everybody's going to go. You know? And we, of course, the Baraka show here, we always give you the receipts. So here's our receipt. The quote first came, it was reported by India TV and later was spread by multiple sources, and it happened to be true. Pakistan media has remained silent, of course, and the US State Department has issued no statement. But India has responded, and here's what they said. The government sources in New Delhi called Pakistan an irresponsible state with nuclear weapons. I agree. They warned that such weapons could fall into hands of non-state actors. I also agree. What's the chances of a terrorist group coming out and say, hey, we have one nuke? Don't play around, guys. That would be dangerous, but I would not be surprised if it came from Pakistan. Pakistan's nuclear arsenal is not just a regional threat, it's a global liability. Because it's not like they can just nuke India and be like, alright, then everybody goes to work on Monday. No, it doesn't work that way. That would be... Man, I don't even know how to explain it, bro. Because it's 80 years now since Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Since that happened, it's been 80 years now. It was 80 years anniversary on the 9th. And when you see those videos, there's a movie created about this. When you see those people, man, you feel like, what? That's insane. And that was just a small little boy. I think it was called Fat Boy or Big Boy, some crazy name like that. United States once called it a blessing. What evil fucking crazy shit. They called it a blessing when they dropped it. Scary to think, but yeah, but it looks dangerous. And the way these people lived for the next few years, even till today, is freaking insane. And guess what? You want to know what's worse? That big boy, small boy, fat man, whatever the name they called that nuclear weapon they dropped on those two states, on those two parts of Japan. Today's weapons are 4,000 more deadly than those ones. 4,000, not 4 times, 4,000 more deadly, meaning the destruction is 4 times more. So hey, it's not just gonna be like, hey, alright, India got it, Pakistan did it, now let's go to work next day. No, this will be this is a global liability, and it's gonna hurt every single person. And that's why they said they're gonna take half of the world with them. It's not India, it's half of the world. China will feel the pain. Everybody will feel the pain. You know, a part of Europe will feel it too. Africa, hey, they're gonna get it too. I'm talking if this was to happen, this will be like yeah, I think they should take these weapons from these guys. They should take it from these guys, and this is obviously, they made history now, because this is the first time a nuclear threat has been issued from United States soil against a third country. And guess what? It was Pakistan doing it in US. Obviously, it was not US issuing a threat. That would be dangerous if they were to do so, because like they don't need to make such a threat. They can just go there and like, hey, you know, regime change, you know, weapons of mass destruction type. They don't need to threat nuclear weapons, no. They just need to create some propaganda and be like, hey, regime change, let's go. And we're gonna get some, you know, some people selling it to the Congress and selling it to the parliament, and next minute we're in there, we're fighting Afghanistan or whatever it could be, or Iraq. Remember those days, eh? Weapons of mass destruction. Tony Blair's giving the pitches out, you know, pitching this idea in the parliaments, and next minute it was approved and we went out there fighting. Guess what? We lost hundreds and hundreds of men. Until today, we're still feeling the pain. But let's focus on Asim Munir here. Why was he in the United States anyway? Well, Asim Munir was in the United States to attend a CENTCOM change of command ceremony. He also met senior American officials, and the question is, why did he even say what he said? Well, analysts believe that Asim Munir was trying to project power amid growing internal instability in Pakistan. Because here's the thing, Pakistan is facing economic collapse, political chaos, and of course, rising terrorism. They're good at it. They harbor terrorists, so of course they're facing a lot of terrorism, you know, in their country. And when Pakistan feels like it's being cornered, it reaches to the nuclear card, because that's the only thing they have. I think that's the most valuable thing you can literally steal from that country if you was to try to steal something. Now, Pakistan follows the doctrine of first use. Unlike India, they have a no first use policy. So, when you look at this, Pakistan has first use, India has no first use policy. So if a nuclear weapon was to be dropped between these two countries, it would be Pakistan, because they're like, hey, we're going to use it first. They're like, hey, we use our thing first. And India's like, hey, no, we only use if somebody uses it against us. So no first policy. We let them hit us, then we smack them back. I don't know what that be. Would that be smiling Buddha? The way India got their weapons is so iconic. You just gotta love it. Like for like a tiny big country to get the way they got it, it's like wow. And they just surprised. They went against everything. I mean, yeah, we made a video about it. I don't know if I should. We made a huge documentary on this. I think we should release it very soon. To be fair, it's actually cool how they got it. I don't support nuclear weapons. I think every country should de-arm. I think everybody should give it away. We should go back to fighting wars with just sword, because I think that is more iconic. That is more men have to go out there and like risk their life real. But this time it's like, hey, a guy can sit there with a big belly and just pressing codes and everything is destroyed. I think that's the wrong way to fight wars. I think that is stupid. Yeah, so of course with this first use policy with Pakistan, you can tell how dangerous it is, because it lowers the threshold of nuclear weapons. It lowers the self-control, because they're like, hey, we can always use it as first. We don't need anybody to attack us. We can just use it. And Asemune's statement in the United States has confirmed many people's fears, my fears as well. I mean, this is like the first day I got to know that Pakistan has weapons, nuclear weapons. I was like, whoa, oh damn. Forget about Iran. We already have a big problem here. We need to fix this one first. Because Asemune is not just a random guy in Pakistan who's like, oh, so patriotic and stuff. No, this guy holds the codes. This guy controls the country. Yes, it does. You know? And he's using this nuclear weapon not as a last resort, but as a bargain chip, or as like a negotiation tactic. So of course, this is not a strategy. This is reckless. It is. And I did say I was gonna criticize, because I have to. They're trying to take half of the world with them. I don't want to go. I'm sorry. I'm only 23. I got like 60 plus years to go. I'm sorry, Pakistan. If you want to go right now, bye-bye. Of course, India has not taken the bait. New Delhi has continued its diplomatic engagement. It's not right. It's not came out and raged and escalate. No. But he's made one thing clear, one thing super clear. India will not tolerate nuclear blackmail. And he has options from missile defense systems, strategic alliance. So you can tell India is preparing itself, and they seem to be prepared.
I will not have time to explain the 4 quadrants, but the non-kinetic quadrant is something which you can start today. And the next war, which we are looking at, it may happen soon, and we have to prepare accordingly, as already been brought out by director, that in this we have to fight this battle together. This non-kinetic has to be fought together. So what are the deductions? That as far as whole of nation approach will be there for the next war, it is not the military alone which will be fighting. Let me assure you very clearly in this issue. As far as the grey zone is concerned, it's ever present, and this will remain.
Now let's talk about United States. Asemune made these statements in Florida, United States. Yes, he was housed at the White House and he attended CENTCOM event, and yet Washington remains silent. And the question to ask is, what is the United States playing at? Are they turning blind eye on this? Or are they trying to play balance between India and Pakistan? Or maybe are they simply just ignoring the big elephant in the room? Either way, silence is definitely not neutrality here, because you can't be neutral here. Everybody will go down. So silence will basically be complicit. And of course, because this is not just India and Pakistan, it is a global security risk. It's a nuclear norm. We can't have military chief threaten to take half of the world with them, half of the world down with them. Because if that's the case, if somebody ever says that, the world should respond. If this thing is normalized, where nuclear threats can be made out of nowhere, where people can sit at the dinner table and be like, hey, yeah, half of the world will go today. I'll save the next one for next week. I'll do that. Half of the world will go next week. Man, that's a risk we cannot afford. That's a risk that nobody can afford. Because Pakistan chief has spoken. Yeah, he's spoken that he wants to take half of the world with him. Yeah, including you. And India has responded with restraint, saying, hey, we don't want to take the world with us. We're just going to make sure we do our diplomatic and, we'll talk and see what we can do. But we're ready, but we don't want to destroy the world because we're sad and mad at each other. No. And the United States has responded by duct taping their mouth. They don't want to talk. Maybe because a lot of investment from Trump's family into Pakistan. I'm not sure. We're looking into it deeply. We might do a big video on that. That's why Trump and Asimony are kind of like bestie. That's why Pakistan is like, hey, Trump, you should get the nominee for, peace, Nobel Peace Prize. Hey, Trump, you should take it. That's what Pakistan is doing. And Trump is like, hey, my little secret. Anyways, that's where we are right now. Trump, the United States has adopted themselves, and the question remains, as I said, the question will still be the same, is what happens when nuclear weapons become so normal that it becomes a dinner table conversation where we can have a Pakistani guy or Israeli guy or whoever, or Iranian guy, whatever, insert whatever country, sitting on a dinner table and talking about taking half of the world with him. I think I'm uncomfortable with that. And I think God is uncomfortable with that. But I'm sure devil is happy as hell. Of course. He wants to take half of the world. He wants to take the whole world. So the world needs to do something about it. Maybe Pakistan needs to change their doctrine. Maybe they need to change their attitude. Or maybe we just need to de-arm. Nobody needs a nuclear weapons. No. Because when you see those pictures on the video from Hiroshima and Nagasaki, you're just like, what? That little fat man did that, destroyed all this part of a country. And we have weapons today that can do 4,000 worse than that. I mean, that's a problem, bro. That's a problem. It's a problem that you hear as soon as somebody talks about it, you just instantly wake up. And it's crazy because if it's dropped, there's nowhere to run. It's not like you can hey, we're gonna take a flight and stay in the air for a very long time until everything goes back to normal and we'll come down. No, everybody's going. Half of the world, you heard him. He said half of the world with him. But yeah, this is the story. Thank you so much for watching. Hand to the head salute. Bye-bye, bye-bye, bye-bye.
And the show host, Baraka Amuri.